What's up guys, welcome to the video. So I just wanted to do a quick video on the topic of food challenges and how do I not get fat. Just recently did a food challenge. If you guys haven't seen it, I will put the link here. It was the $20 Subway challenge. And so what I did was I ate 4 foot-long Subway subs in 11 minutes and 15 seconds. It wasn't that much food. Like, I used to do intermittent fasting. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but what intermittent fasting is, it's basically a time protocol that you use to eat in a certain eating window. So a lot of people will do the 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. eating window, and then from 8 p.m. all the way till 12 p.m. the next day, they will not have any food at all, just water. And so basically what that does, it takes all of your calories and puts them in this small little window. So it actually makes it seem like you're eating more calories. So instead of waking up, having breakfast, and boom, 500 calories there, having a lunch, boom, another 500 calories there, maybe a couple snacks, 200-300 calories there, dinner might be 800 calories. So instead of just eating all throughout the day, having snacks or whatever, you have all these calories in this little window. So then it's like you're having your breakfast, your snacks, your lunch, your other snacks, and then your dinner, all in this short little window, and it just seems like so much food when really you're eating the same amount of food throughout the day, but just in that shorter time period. A lot of people use that for fat loss, which it does work well for a lot of people. I used to do intermittent fasting, and I used to eat just 2 big meals per day. Like, I used to eat these really massive meals, and somebody actually commented in my last eating challenge video telling me to bring back my daily platter, because what I used to have like seriously like this, and I would just make a huge meal with like beef, potatoes, broccoli, spinach, avocado, sweet potato with almond butter, and like I'll put a photo on the screen if I could find one, but it's just this massive meal. And people would be like, dude, how do you eat that much food and stay lean and stay shredded? That really all comes down to your total number of calories that you're consuming. So it doesn't matter how many meals you're eating per day, it doesn't matter what types of food you're eating. Calories are really king when it comes to body composition. How do I not get fat from doing this food challenges? Well, I looked up all the macros ahead of time, so I think the subs equaled out to be like 2,600 calories total for all 4 subs. And just earlier in the day, I just had a little bit of OJ and some milk with some Pro Zero in it, just to have some aminos flowing through my body, and just a little bit of orange juice to help balance my blood sugar. And then I went and trained, and then after that I went and had this big massive meal, which wasn't that much food. A lot of people just like so shocked at how much food it was to the average person. But to me, I used to do intermittent fasting, so I can tolerate a lot of food. My stomach capacity isn't where it was before, because I used to eat those big ass meals and then I would make protein fluff. If you guys have never tried protein fluff and you're dieting, I highly recommend you watch this video right here, because the protein fluff is basically you're taking 1 scoop of protein, or roughly 20 to 25 grams of like casein, and you use xanthan gum and you put it in a mixer, and it basically fluffs up. You use like a diet soda. So altogether the calories are only like 80 to 100 calories depending on how much protein you use. So you get this big massive bowl of just voluminous, like it's almost like Cool Whip, and it will freaking fill you up to the max. Like, I would eat those big daily platters, and then I would end my night every night with a giant bowl of protein fluff. I'd sprinkle a little bit of cereal on it, and I would be straight like food baby comatose. Like, my stomach would be so damn full. And that's when I was super food focused back then, like really staying lean and just focused on staying shredded and just really looking forward to my meals. And I didn't feel the best on intermittent fasting. I feel better now by eating smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day. It just keeps my energy levels a little bit higher, and I'm able to train a lot harder, that's for sure. I definitely feel better having food in my system rather than training fasted. And so when it comes down to gaining weight from these challenges, to gain weight, you obviously have to be in a calorie surplus, and to gain roughly 1 pound, that's roughly 3,500 calories. I mapped out the day already. I already knew what I was gonna have, so I fit those Subway sandwiches into my daily intake. So I had the OJ, and I think the total calories for that day was only roughly 3,200, and which wasn't much at all. I didn't eat much later on in the day. I just had like a a little bit of cereal with Pro Zero on top. Just for, like, I wasn't hungry, but I just wanted something to before I went to bed. So I had like some Rice Krispies with a little bit of Pro Zero sprinkled on top. Super bomb, actually, by the way. Try that out. So yeah, it wasn't like I ate like this big, massive cheat meal. And also the carbs and fats and proteins in that meal, the carbs were roughly, I think they were around like 350 grams. Protein was up there, but fats were super low. Fats were only around, I think, 35 or 40 for the entire meal. So it wasn't like I ate this massive burger or this massive burrito that just had tons and tons of fat that was just gonna sit there. So it actually digested pretty well. And after I ate the subs, I mean, yeah, I felt like full because I wasn't used to having that much food in my stomach at once. Because like I said before, I've been eating smaller, more frequent meals. Yeah, I just laid down and then I actually started working on the video. I just uploaded the footage and I was just kind of editing it, messing around. But it wasn't like anything to where like I was in excruciating pain and like I was like really uncomfortable. Yeah, I definitely felt full because there was more food in there, but it wasn't anything crazy. I didn't gain a shit ton of weight. You know, obviously the next day that you wake up, you're gonna be a little bit heavier when you do these food challenges because you're obviously taking in a lot more sodium. So I do have a lot of sodium in my diet, so my sodium levels are pretty consistent. I didn't actually gain a lot of weight the next day. I think I was only up about a pound. When you do a food challenge or something like this, or you go out and you have a cheat meal, and you go and weigh yourself the next morning and you're up like 2 to 3 pounds, you did not gain 2 to 3 pounds of body fat overnight. I will repeat that. You did not gain 2 to 3 pounds of body fat overnight. Most likely that is just water. Your body holds on to the water when it sees an increase of sodium in your body. There's a hormone called aldosterone, and so that gets messed around with when you play with your sodium and water intake. If you keep your sodium and water intake consistent, then you'll have the best weigh-ins every day, the most consistent weigh-ins. But if one day you're having like say for instance you go out for sushi. So when people go out to eat sushi, they will use soy sauce. And soy sauce is super high in sodium, and also soy sauce is very bad for you. You guys should stay away from that if you can. Soy increases estrogen and it inhibits thyroid production, so definitely stay away from soy if you can. So I use coconut aminos, which is very good. It's like has like a little bit of a sweet taste to it, but I add my own salt to it. So back to the subject. So yeah, they will use soy sauce and they'll have this big huge spike in sodium, and your body actually thinks like it's dehydrating, so it'll actually hold on to the water, and so then when you step on the scale you can be up 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes even like 6 pounds the next day just because of the increase of the sodium. But everything will level off in a couple days, not to be worried. Just stay hydrated, go back to your normal diet after you have like a food challenge or a cheat meal or whatever. I'm not saying that I recommend people do these food challenges and have cheat meals, but this is me just sharing my knowledge and my experience with all this stuff. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys, and for all of you that are new to the channel, thank you for subscribing, and be on the lookout for more content coming soon. Peace.